So it's a tragic, sordid, awful story. The story of the Bhuttos.
आपका उनके साथ काफी interaction रहा है. Everybody who's interacted with her is all praises. What's your read on what Benazir was like as a person?
Political discussion I had with Benazir was while her father was still alive and in power. और मैंने कहा कि what do you want to do with life? What, कहती, I want to be a diplomat. I want to work for the Foreign Office. मैंने कहा ठीक है, that doesn't seem to be a big problem there. Educated at Harvard, Oxford. What's the problem? कहती, the problem is my father. He says I have to succeed him. He says the boys aren't up to it. खैर ये तो ठीक ही था, लेकिन ये असेसमेंट भुट्टो की कोई गलत नहीं थी, लेकिन इसको जबरदस्ती तो मैंने कहा, you know, it's not for me to say, but you can say that it puts the lives of people who are pushed into power in danger. Look what happened in India. Mrs. Gandhi's pushed her unwilling son. Rajiv was still alive, by the way. No, I said the first son who she pushed into power died in a plane crash. The second son, I said, he's still there, but you know, why do parents treat these parties as heirlooms, so they have to inherit? मैं कहता, there are other people in the PPP. उस जमाने में थे कई, मैंने कहा जो बन सकते हैं लीडर PPP के, तुम क्यों बनती हो? Don't go along this. ऐसे इंडिया में कांग्रेस ने बहुत बड़ी गलती की है कि इस फैमिली को मान लिया है. It will end badly. तो resist करो. कहती, I'll try, but I don't think I'm going to succeed. अच्छा, ये बातें थी. फिर जब भुट्टो को फौज ने कूडेटा के जरिए हटा दिया, उनके खिलाफ ये बोगस सा केस चला, उनको फांसी दे दी, उसके बाद तो ये बेनजीर को कहना बिल्कुल फजूल था और गलत था, ना कोई जायज नहीं था. उसने फिर कहा, और बेनजीर और उसकी वालदा नुसरत ने बहुत जुर्रत दिखाया उन दिनों में अपोज करने का. पब्लिक मीटिंग्स, बेनजीर को जेल में दे दिया, डाल दिया. तो उस समय कॉन्टैक्ट थोड़े से मेरे साथ कम हो गए, लेकिन फिर जब वो लंदन आई छुट के तो रहती थी, तो वी यूज्ड टू मीट क्वाइट ऑफन. तो एक वक्त आया, और बातें तो सियासी इतनी नहीं थी, बस पुरानी बातें करती थी. अपने बाप को जब भुट्टो को जब आखिरी दफा मिलने गई वगैरह वगैरह. लेकिन फिर एक दफा जब वह मूवमेंट थोड़ी सी चली पाकिस्तान में जिया के खिलाफ, तो फिर कहती थी पीपल आर सेइंग I should go backward. तो मैंने कहा जरा मुझे, I spoke to lots of people from the PPP and from non-PPP sources. उन्होंने कहा मोड गवर्नमेंट के खिलाफ बहुत है, you should encourage her to come back. मैंने कहा मैं तो, it's not my response. मैंने कहा Benazir, the timing is not a bad timing, but it's your decision. I can't come back. कहती, you come with me. मैंने कहा no, I'm not coming with you. That will finish. You go. And let's see what happens. चलो फिर लाहौर, she was due to arrive in लाहौर. हमने बहुत डॉक्यूमेंट्री कैमरास वगैरह तैयार किए, भेजे उसके साथ. उस जमाने में मैं एक टेलीविजन प्रोग्राम को एडिट करता था, द बैंडोंग फाइल. वो हमारा ही प्रोग्राम था, कोई सेंसरशिप नहीं थी, हमने तैयार किया, इसके साथ जाओ. तो फिर बात हुई बेनजीर के साथ के कहती है फिर, tell me something, what is your instinct now? Will there be people to greet me in Lahore? मैं क्या, I think there will be many, many people to greet you. How many, I can't tell, but a lakh at the minimum, if not more. To get but she discussed the plan with me, the move from the airport to Mochi Gate. Yeah? Then she said, Tariq, I haven't got a speech. To Manika, that's not a problem. Let's sit down and write it. Manika, but you have to speak in Urdu and throw in a few words in Punjabi, Benazir. You can't speak in English. So no, I know. So I helped her prepare that first speech in Lahore to the last detail. And then I said, and actually some of her party people were there listening to us, me rehearsing. This boy from Jung, Jo Party PPP ka kafi leader hota tha. He was sitting when we were rehearsing often. Sometimes her female supporters and secretaries sunte rehte the. So I said at this point, after we built up the case, you have to speak to the Lahori masses in Punjabi because they'll be very happy. And they'll reply. So she said, what's the question? I said, usko sikhaya kaise kehte hain? Ziya jave ya rehve? So she said, I said, it means should he stay or leave? She said, what do I do if they shout back saying he should stay? I said, no one's going to shout back like that. If they're going to shout back, they wouldn't be there. So वही आपको तकरीर देखे, she finally said it. Ziya Jave, एक सवाल आपसे पूछना है. Ziya Jave या रहवे? And the whole crowd went mad. Jave. And she told everyone. I said, do not spread this word around. She told the Newsweek correspondent, okay, Tariq Ali wrote my speech. Manika, it's not in your interest to say this. But anyway, मैंने denied, often to the bourgeois press, I denied it. No, I know her, but तकरीर उसकी अपनी. Lekin that's it. Uske baad bhi, when she came to power, we met a number of times, and she said the first time she became prime minister, or meeting hui. What do you advise? I advise something. I said, the army is against you, the civil service is against you, your own president is a son of a bitch, bureaucrat. I said, these people are going to... So I said, everything you do should be done in the open. So people know what you can do, what you can't do. I said, I personally would go for 3 very elementary things. Girls and women's education, including to and up to special universities, medical colleges, improvement of education in general, a clinic in every village with an attendant doctor or senior nurse, water and electricity in villages in Sindh which don't have it. This will not even cost much. And the creation of 3 special training colleges to train teachers, but train them properly in the philosophy of education, what it is. But how am I going to do that? I said, there are enough people in Pakistan to... Then again, she said, can't you come into it? I said, Benazir, I would love to do it. But A, I have no power in this country. B, it will create resentment. C, it will even might discredit you. The Americans will say you're too close to radicals like me. So it's foolish, just foolish. You need to find a team of 10 people. You think it's easy. I said, finding 10 people is easy. You have to do it. And if you can't, then you have to go on television and just say, I didn't have a very ambitious program. I just wanted to do A, B, C, D. I've been obstructed and blocked every part of the way. वो भी नहीं किया. I mean, she was scared. I don't blame her. And I was worried. I said, yes, ko marna de. In one meeting we had, which was on record somewhere, I said, aren't you frightened of being pumped off and killed? Get the it's part of the, the work. Sometimes they will do it. So then I might as well finish the story about me and Benazir. Then she got, I got a message. I think she rang me from Pakistan saying, I've decided to get engaged to Zardari. Do you know him? I said, I know his parents. I've never met him. So I can't say anything about him, good or bad. If you like, I'll make inquiries, but I'm sure your friends there will be able to get a picture. Then I did discuss it with people, and they said, yeah, ye to bahut galti. So I then said, this might be a mistake. And she said, it may be, it might not be, I don't know, but he's the only one who's proposed so far. And in order to survive in this country and deal with the mullahs and go to Saudi Arabia, I need a formal husband. So then she came to London and we talked a lot about this business. I then met Zardari the first time with her at a reception. And almost in front of him, she was sort of signaling to me, saying, what do you think? I didn't say, it's an official function.
Kind of late now. Thoda late ho gaya, agar hum us waqt kehte nahi open.
Yeah, and then the last conversation I had with her, again in Islamabad, in Prime Minister's house, when the cameras were switched off, she said, you've always told me the truth. What are people saying? I said, people are saying that you and your husband are really trying very hard to compete with the Sharif brothers in terms of corruption and money making. That is what people tell me. And I said, in the case of your husband, it's perfectly true. I know that. Everyone knows that. But I'm very sad if you got involved. And she said, Tariq, the whole world has changed. You remain too loyal to everything. I said, this is just corruption. This has got nothing to do with Marxism or anything. It's just sort of simple issue of is the government corrupt or is it? Once you get corrupt, that is the way how you're destroyed sooner or later. So I said it, she gave her reply, we parted, and then the next thing, she'd been killed. I was quite sad, actually, because I liked her as a person. I thought it's like an old Greek tragedy. The father dies, hanged by the government. Her brother is killed in Karachi on the streets outside his own house while she is prime minister. And all the evidence points to Zardari and his henchmen, who were rewarded later when he became president, who carried out that killing. I'm convinced of that. Very strong evidence. Then Benazir herself is killed. And because of Murtaza's killing, I did wonder whether the family was involved in this.
I think
well.
Fatma Bhutto quite clearly blames Zardari. But Shah Nawaz की जो killing थी France में, उसमें तो कहते हैं military का हाथ था.
हाँ. Usme these, the thing is this. These two Afghan girls who Shah Nawaz and Murtaza married, who were they? Benazir said to me that we think they were working for the ISI. So I said, but how come both brothers made the mistakes? Were they very beautiful? She said, well, they are. I mean, they're quite attractive, but I don't know. But I said, I just find it difficult to believe that the ISI would go down to they have other ways. She said, it's quite a convenient way. She said, my brother lay dying of poison. He was poisoned, and she didn't ring up for the hospital. Uska, there's no doubt she killed Shah Nawaz. The French police were convinced too. So that meant that Murtaza broke up with Fatima's mother And Fatima said to me that one of the worst things she remembers is her aunt Benazir, as Prime Minister, trying to tell her, why don't you go back to your real mother, this Syrian teacher your father's married, she's not your real mother. And Fatima said, I regard her as my mother. She's brought me up and I love her. I won't leave her. And there's Zulfikar, the little Zulfikar as well. So she said, but she was angered. Okay, why are you trying to do this? This was before Murtaza had been shot. So it's a tragic, sordid, awful story, the story of the Bhuttos.